welcome back to our Maserati F1 Manager Series, and today we are heading to the iconic Monaco. Yes, it's Monte Carlo in today's episode, and just 4 days until we get there, so there's not going to be too much to do off track. And will we get a good Monaco, or will it be a dull one? Last time out, although not in this series, in our Team Lotus series, the last Monaco race was an absolute epic with 4 red flags, plenty of crashes and incidents. But as I say, you can sometimes get a dull one. So we'll see what this one brings in our first race in Monaco with Maserati. But if you can check out the last episode, we were in Imola. So do go back and check that one out. And you can find it all here on YouTube in the Maserati playlist. All the previous episodes are there, so if you're not quite up to date, go and check those out. And of course, if you're not already, please do subscribe. If you can hit that like button, trying to get this to at least 20 likes, so that will really help me out if you can smash that like button. But as I say, today is going to be Monaco. I don't think there'll be too much to do off track, so let's forward on and see if there is in fact anything to do off track. Okay, our new suspension is completed. That's not going to get on the car for this race, though, and we haven't really got the money to do any emergency manufacture. So let's manufacture 4 of those. And that leaves a new spot open. So let us design a new rear wing, I would say. And I'll use the rest of this wind tunnel time on that. Minimum lifespan right down, as we know. Where are we performing now? So yeah, we're balanced out now, so probably want to bring a little bit of that up. Let's go for that. 1 engineer, 44 days. Okay, we are ready for Monaco. Let's set our race target. It's going to go 18th for Colapinto, 20th for Maloney. Let's get underway in practice and then head to quali. Okay, we've completed practice then in Monaco. We've got Maloney to 100% car setup. Colapinto just about there, 96%. But both have very high confidence coupled with their track acclimatization. So both are pretty well set up then as we head to Q1 in Monaco. And as it's Monaco, we are running a special livery. Back to the roots of Maserati when they started in Formula 1. This is the livery for this weekend. So as you can see, we've changed the colour scheme up for this weekend in Monaco. So deserves a special kind of livery. And this is what we're rocking then across this weekend.
Yeah, I'll check loud and clear.
Let me know in the comments, of course, what you think of this livery. Do you prefer this one or our normal livery? It's got a tint of, it's reminding me a little bit of an Alfa Romeo livery, how it's ended up. But yeah, this is what we're running across Monaco, so let me know your thoughts on that. So it's Maloney first on the road for our 2 drivers. Let's compare each of them, see how we go in this first run. Of course, it's going to be purple because we're the first one through those sector times. It's 18.1 for Maloney, 18.1 for Colapinto. Colapinto about 7/100ths down on Maloney through that first sector, so very close between our 2 drivers through the first sector. Let's see how we go through this second sector. And we'll probably go for 2 runs again here and see if we can get out of Q1. Obviously, a clean lap is very handy around here, and we have got no traffic, so that is key, as Maloney does a 32.0, and it's a 32.1 for Colapinto. So I think Maloney is probably 2 tenths up at the moment, so looking good for Maloney in round 1 against his teammate here, as Maloney heads to the line. Then let's see what he sets. And it is a 109.7. I imagine this could be about 109.9 here for Colapinto. Let's see. Yeah, she's into the 110s, so nearly 3 tenths back, Colapinto. So work to do for Franco. Advantage to Maloney in that first run. Okay, we are on our second runs now, but unfortunately, Colapinto is got some traffic in front of him. Is that Ocon? Yes, he's right behind Ocon. So Colapinto will not be going any quicker than Ocon, essentially here. Currently from the first runs, obviously there is a bit of traffic, but we are 13th and 15th, so we are going through as it stands. We do go green through those first sectors, 18 flat and 18.1, so actually Colapinto about a 10th up through that first sector. He'll get a nice toe here, but then the final sector, second part of the second sector and final sector, he's going to be struggling because he's right behind the gearbox of Esteban Ocon. So this could cost us here. Yeah, don't go quicker through that middle sector. It's a 32.1. And it's 31.9, so about a couple of attempts, 10.5. So they're probably evenly matched. But again, Colapinto losing time here. He'll get the toe to the line, which might help him. But does Colapinto improve? No, and he's in the bottom 6, so Colapinto is out. Maloney doesn't. He does improve, actually, by a couple of attempts. So Colapinto done for, really, by Esteban Ocon, who is out. And Maloney is going to be through, though, to Q2. Oh, Maloney had just started his lap, but we've got a red flag, and it's Kimi Antonelli. Have we got sparks or have we got fire there for Kimi? I think it's just sparking. Oh. Nico Rosberg corner, as we like to call it. And Antonelli is going to be out. That's going to be a position gain for Maloney then.
Team back in the garage.
There's going to be no grip on this track now. Because that's always the way. I'm going to just use a scrub set because I don't think we'll get much higher than 15th anyway. Okay, Maloney underway then on hopefully his a full lap here. Didn't get a full lap in the first one. He had a bit of traffic there in the tunnel and his tyres were cold when we started this lap. Didn't go quicker through that first sector. Of course, he only set one sector before Kimi crashed, but don't think this is looking particularly good for Maloney here. He didn't get his tyres really in the window. But we should, well, we will be at least 15th. Hulkenberg's not set a great lap because he's 6/10 off Lawson. So could we jump Hulkenberg in the kick? Maybe start 14th. Every position counts here in Monaco. Let's see then. Maloney is about to come across the line. What does he do? Not enough. Yeah, poor, very poor lap. Wow. Traffic, cold tyres, and Maloney miles off the pace. So it will be 15th for Maloney, 17th for Colapinto. Right, let's see what happened in Q3. Max has dominated every session, and he dominates Q3. Looking good for Max Verstappen, but the two title contenders, Lewis Hamilton, is with him in second. Then we've got George Russell third, Leclerc fourth, Norris fifth, Piastri sixth, Lance Stroll, good job there, seventh for Aston Martin. Yuki Tsunoda loves an 8th place in that Red Bull in this series. Fernando Alonso 9th, and Albon also loves creeping into the top 10. As we saw, Maloney 15th and Colapinto 17th. So work to do there. Obviously very hard to overtake around Monaco. We've got to hope our drivers keep it on the road. That's the main thing. And if we can get some drama ahead of us, who knows, there might be a chance of sneaky points. Let's have a look at the strategy then for this one. Okay, typically wouldn't be the way I'd go around Monaco in real life. I'd go for the one stopper, but that's showing to be a lot slower around here. So we are going to go for a two stopper using one set of mediums, two sets of softs. Going to switch it around a little bit. Colapinto's going to start on the mediums. Therefore, he's going to go a lot longer till lap 31. Then he's going to go softs. Maloney starting on the softs. Going to pit around lap 24. Then to the mediums. And also finishing on the softs. So we've got Maloney in 15th. Colapinto in 17th. The main thing here for our boys, keep on the road. No mistakes. And if there's any other accidents or trouble ahead, let's take advantage of it. Let's crack on then and start this race in Monaco. Three lights then. 4, 5 and underway. As Verstappen starts on pole, Hamilton second. The two championship leaders, first and second, but Hamilton's losing a pace off the start there. Maloney and Colapinto look like they're potentially up a place. And we are into 14th and 16th briefly. There's Colapinto. And Maloney, Colapinto 16th. He dropped to 17th again, but he looks like he's in 16th. And it all settles down. What you will see is a special livery here today as well. So we're not in our usual Maserati livery. We are running a different livery here. Different colour scheme, as you can see. So you'll have to let me know in the chat what you think of this one. But yeah, a special one-off livery. As Maloney is flying past cars here. What's going on here? Maloney absolutely flying nearly into the side pods of Lawson there. Colapinto back to 17th, but Maloney... Look at what happened here. He just got a slingshot through the tunnel. Absolute mega speed from Maloney there. And he is past Lawson. What's going on with tyres then? Okay, they're on the mediums.
You're doing a good job with the
moment. And we're on the softs, so... That's fine.
DRS and
yeah, this is the livery for today's race, so very different for us.
Either you is Albon.
So let me know what you make of that. And Mayor, what is this? It seems interesting. It's F1 Manager 24. Right, Maloney then into P12. Colapinto's got a bit bogged down. He's behind Kimi Antonelli, who has started far down here. But Maloney has made up, what, 3 places?
Try to put down as much as possible.
On that opening lap.
Yep.
Mayor, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. So that's an absolute mega start here. Verstappen has pulled 3 seconds on Hamilton. He is on a softer compound tyre on the medium, but that's a hell of a start from Verstappen. Right, Maloney having a look now then at Alex Albon. Can we make another move here? Should have some DRS available to us. We have, but Albon looks to be a little bit too far up the road now. Tyler, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Well, it's been a good little start for Maloney, but we are 2-stopping, and it's whether the rest of the grid is 2-stopping or 1-stopping here. A yellow flag, bear with me. I think it's Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg's locked up.
There. Now let's take a look here at turn 10. Well, you can see the lockup. What caused that, I wonder?
That's a big old lockup. He's pointing the wrong way, so that's handy. That's Colapinto up to P16 then, with Hulkenberg out of the way. Albon down to 35%, so he's not going to be too far away. Yeah, next lap, maybe the end of this lap, there's going to be quite a few pit stops. Bortoletto's dropped 7 seconds back on Colapinto now. So Colapinto is finding a bit of pace. Oh, and Antonelli is finally getting the opportunity. It looks like this time Maloney's going to try and fight it, but Kimi Antonelli has finally got that done. We kept him at bay for quite a while there, though. Did anyone else jump into the pits while that was unfolding? No, not yet. Right, Maloney is suddenly under pressure from Lawson, and Tsunoda's into the pits. Oh no, we've got engine wear. Oh no, our engine is down to 25%. That's not good. Lucas moved from Twitch. Thanks for the gift, buddy. Hate Monaco, to be honest. Yeah, it's not the best. Sometimes it can bring some good races. I know what we haven't done here. We haven't switched out our parts. We've made a schoolboy error here, and we haven't switched out our parts from practice. So our parts are getting very worn out here, which is mean we're not going to have much pace. So we've got to just kind of survive here. Hope for some magic in front of us, but we look like we might be struggling here. What are your predictions for Bahrain? Ooh, Bahrain. I feel it's going to be easier to overtake at Bahrain. I still feel McLaren the team to beat, but you can't rule out Max. So I'll go for a Lando win, Oscar second, Max Verstappen third. Right, Sainz and Albon in.
Everything is ready.
And we might as well attack on these tyres now.
Mode race.
Monaco needs an edit from the casino. Go around the roundabout and down the tunnel from there instead of a slow corner. Yeah, I don't know what... I don't really know how much you can do with Monaco, to be honest with you, as Albon's had a pit stop issue, which is good for us. So we're double stacking with Sainz and can't get the left front on there. Califat, you need a nice wet race like the Monaco races back in the day. Olivia Panis, 1996, anyone? Oh, some classics. Some classics, but I think it's actually, judging by a recent Formula 1, maybe it's actually in the rule book that you're not allowed to race in wets because, a bit like if you're...
I'm in the pit lane.
Here's Maloney. Let's just watch this pit stop. Although we're right at the end. It's a bit like your mum if you ever had those candles that are just for display. You're never allowed to light them. That's a bit like the wet tyres in Formula 1. They're just for show, really. 2.7, that's about average for us. Maloney then. Albon had that really slow stop. Is that that's gonna cost him because we're already out. There we go. We're gonna jump Albon quite easily there with Maloney. Let's just bring these tyres up to temp.
At the moment we have P15.
All right, Lawson in the pits. Maloney should be jumping him, which he does. Colapinto has still got Tsunoda behind him, but now he's through. Tsunoda obviously already stopped, and he's got Sainz behind him as well. Colapinto due to go to lap 33 now. All right, Colapinto then, he's got a Williams all over him in Carlos Sainz, and Maloney's got another one all over him in the shape of Alex Albon. Albon on some fresh softs. Albon's definitely two-stopping. Oh, Maloney's making an overtake himself, getting past Pierre Gasly. Oh, this is nice. Look at that, you don't expect to see that. Zane Maloney pulling out a lovely move there.
How do you like that?
Oh, I bloody love it, Zane. Use Colapinto's defend block. Yeah, we did have him on defend. He just didn't have the pace really there. He's at the end of his stint, so unfortunately didn't quite work. But he's still blocking off Albon. So that's going to give Maloney a nice little buffer later on in the race. And there we go, still blocks him off, so that's good. Gasly hadn't stopped, that's why, so we're now past Gasly. Maloney's into P11, he has got Stroll all over him though. Right, here comes Franco then. This should be his one and only stop here. .5, that's a pretty good stop for where we are as a pit crew at the minute. Where are we coming out? We're going to be behind Gasly, being lapped there by a McLaren, it looks like. Oscar Piastri behind us, so it was Lando Norris who's lapped us. Well, that's Colapinto then, till the end now. And Maloney has got to go till lap 55. And we've got a red flag. What has happened? I can't see anyone out. It's Kimi Antonelli. Oh, that's a massive impact. He nicked the wall on the left. Kimi Antonelli.
And look at the team there. They all knew what that moment...
Right. Okay. Don't think we changed anything for Franco. They just lost out massively there because he's just stopped. But Maloney's got to be hards now till the end. I think we've got to switch him over. Oh, that was a big old impact. He nicked the left-hand Kimi, and it just sent him sideways into the other barrier. Looks like Max Verstappen's going to get us back underway. Charles Leclerc in second.
Away we go.
Overtake available.
And Maloney in P11 then. Stays in P11. Is everyone on hards? They're not. Maloney's up to 10th. Tsunoda's on softs. That could be good. Alonso's issues getting worse. Oh, Maloney's going round the outside of Carlos Sainz. Maloney's absolutely a firecracker at the start here, isn't he, around Monaco? Did this on lap 1, took 3 positions. And he's up to P9 here. Look at this. Great start. Started the restart P11. Got Stroll, and then it's got Carlos Sainz.
How do you like that?
We're loving it still, Zane. You keep asking the question. I appreciate it. Right, we've got to make these hards last, though. Antonelli out then. And could that open up the chance of points for us? There's a long way to go. But who knows now? Could be a real chance for us.
Try to recover your previous
Got DRS then on Fernando. I think we're going to be too far back to even think about a move though, but just nice to protect ourselves from Sainz. Stelios, thanks for the follow. Maloney having a look at the inside, audacious but doesn't go for it. What happened to Lotus? We've wrapped up that series, so we've now got Maserati as our main series. But all of the episodes of that Team Lotus series can be found on YouTube. All 74 episodes. But they have run its course. % on science, but we can't really push these tyres too much. 30 laps to go here.
You are doing a good job on tires.
Right there. You can take
And
a
as we
look
got
now.
DRS,
Here
Colapinto's
we are,
made
we're
another
looking at
overtake.
10-11.
Franco finally
gap
doing some
opens
work
up
at the
for
back.
them.
And he's through on Pierre Gasly. Just going to have to manage this quite a lot. Sonoda
Overtake
into the
available.
pits then. Here we go. Where is Yuki going to come out? I'm pretty sure Maloney's going to be ahead of him here. Yeah, Maloney's already passed him. Sonoda, is he going to be out in front of Colapinto? Yes, he should be. Yeah, he will be, won't he? He'll be up to speed by then. I don't know. He will cut that first corner, but he'll be on much fresher tyres. So even if Colapinto gets past him, I think Sonoda will probably get past Colapinto. Sonoda back on some softs, so yeah. But Sonoda, that's worked out awfully bad for him. And what it does do is it promotes Maloney now into P8. Anyone else got to stop now? Stroll has got to stop. And then some behind us. Hadjar and Lawson might have to stop, you know. Colapinto might be on the verge of the point shortly. But this is looking very nice for us. We've already scored points early on in this series. By chance, are we about to do the same again? But Maloney is driving a perfect race, it's got to be said. Just got to keep it clean. And he's looking after his tyres well. And he's got DRS on Fernando. Stroll is in.
Keep focus on your race now.
So Stroll is in, and that will promote Colapinto up another place. Maloney's all over Fernando Alonso here, but he's not going to make the move. Yeah, Colapinto easily past Stroll then. And still keeping Yuki at bay, so that's frustrating Yuki Tsunoda. Colapinto now on to the DRS of Hadjar. But yeah, Lawson and Hadjar are going to have to pit as well here. Right, here we go, Franco. Got to get this done, got to be aggressive. Ball's out nice and early. Can't be closed off now. Come on, Franco. That's it. Great work then from Colapinto. And Tsunoda has to filter in behind Hadjar. Is Hadjar going to block him off into this first corner? No, Tsunoda squeezes through, so that's unfortunate. But good work from Franco. And he's into P12. Sainz is still all over Maloney, isn't he? Sainz is pitting though. Sainz has absolutely cooked his tyres, so it doesn't matter. We don't need to fight Sainz now. Sainz is done for. And we've got 6 seconds to Lawson. Tsunoda probably is the main concern now for Maloney. The AI are absolutely cooking their tyres, some of them around here. Norris has now got a mechanical fault. 4 of the top 7 are struggling with issues. Here comes Sainz again. I'm not even going to use battery now because Carlos Sainz, it really doesn't matter if he gets past us now on 39%. Tsunoda does get past Colapinto. Kept him at bay for quite a few laps, but finally Yuki does it. He's going to get better traction out of there. And there he goes. So Maloney has got a great chance. Is Sainz coming in? No, he stays out again. Down to 30% though. He's going to significantly drop off. We've broken the DRS to Sainz now. Oh, Maloney, just got to keep it clean now. And we don't want any drama. No red flags or safety cars. Sainz staying out again. 28%. I don't know why he's doing that. He's not going to get those to the end. 15 laps to go. And at the moment, Maloney is on course for some points here. Verstappen's problem is getting worse. That could open the door for Charles Leclerc for the lead of this race. Sainz is still not into the pits. Down to 27%. Colapinto is keeping Stroll behind him. Lawson's down to 25%. I don't know why they're going so long because they can't make them last. They're obviously hanging out for a safety car, which is not coming at the moment. Colapinto is all over Liam Lawson. We're actually past Lawson. I was going to jump on board because we needed to get that done. And it is done. Here we go. Colapinto getting Lawson.
Now this was in Casino Square. There's the opening.
Oh, we put Lawson between ourselves and Stroll as well for a couple of corners at least.
And the overtake is made.
Sainz has dropped 8 seconds. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's not going to work for him. He's still not into the pits, Carlos Sainz. And he's now got his teammate Albon and Tsunoda, and he's going to hold them up, and that's going to bring Colapinto towards them. Lawson down to 20%. They're going to get punctures in a moment. Sainz has got to box this lap. He doesn't. What is Sainz up to here? 21%. Lawson 19%. He stayed out. Is he going to get a puncture? They're going to get punctures shortly. Right, that's brought Colapinto. There you go. Lawson's got a puncture. Told you this was going to happen. Oh, glitched through him there. I thought that was going to be a big accident, which we don't want. Lawson's got a puncture. Sainz is on his way to one. Colapinto is now right with them. Max Verstappen's about to lap us all. Sainz has done us a massive favour. It's 13 seconds. Maloney just needs to keep on the road, and we hope for no red flags. Verstappen's got to retire. Unless that's ERS. Verstappen might be boxing here to retire. He is. He's got to blow up. Max is out. Maloney's going up to P7. Max has blown up. His engine is gone. Sainz has stayed out for another lap. What is going on? It's all kicking off in Monaco. Is Colapinto going to squeeze into the points at this rate? Verstappen. There we see him. He's pulled in. His engine is gone. Verstappen is out. That could be massive. Lewis Hamilton was only in 5th. What is going on? Sainz has somehow still not got a puncture. Lawson pits finally. He's got back to the pits. 18% Carlos Sainz. But Maloney is, once he gets past the pit lane here, will be promoted to P7. Lawson is dead last. They were trying to hang it out for a safety car or a red flag. Hasn't happened, and there we go. Carlos Sainz's tyre has finally gone. And he's going to hold Colapinto up a treat here, isn't he? Oh, Colapinto and the leaders are getting in the way. This is all sorts of wrong. Oh, my God. Colapinto losing way too much time here. Sainz, get out of the way. Sainz is in. Colapinto is going to be in P10 here, I believe. Colapinto is up to P10. Stroll's got better tyres though, and he's on the soft tyre. Hadjar is right on us as well. But that's going to be tough for Colapinto. Just use a bit of battery, try and pull away, break that DRS. Right, Maloney. Let's have a go. Let's have a go on Fernando. Could we get Fernando and could we get George Russell? We're not getting Hamilton. There's 40 seconds. Could we get P5 here? Well, the problem is Alonso's now in the DRS of Russell, so that's not going to help us. But Zane Maloney is currently on for 6 points here. Could he get up to 10 points? Right, DRS. Fernando's got DRS as well, although we are gaining quite significantly. He's going to close that off though, as Fernando. As I say, on F1 Manager, you can sneak through on the left-hander up here. Let's see if Maloney's brave enough to give it a go. No. What we obviously don't want now is any mistakes.
Good job on tires at the moment.
5 to go. Maloney staying with it. We need Alonso to lose the DRS to Russell, which he has at the moment. He's lost it at the moment. But obviously not DRS until the back straight. So your Maloney is fighting for 5th, whilst my one fights for around 13th. Yeah, I don't know how we found ourselves in this position, but I guess we had a lucky safety car. But Maloney has driven a solid race, to be fair. This would be mega, though. Can we get Fernando Alonso here? Fernando's got no DRS. This is the moment, Maloney. DRS is good. Can we... Oh, there is room on the outside. Come on, Zane.
5 laps to go.
On the outside, Fernando squeezing, but Zane Maloney is through into P6. Unbelievable stuff here around Monaco.
Good job. At the moment, we have Russell in front. He's 2 seconds from you.
Colapinto holding on to that position from Lance Stroll. But Maloney is driven such a good race here. Russell down to 39%. We might be able to get George Russell here. Who knows? Colapinto needs to save a bit of fuel. Right, Maloney, we don't want to burn those tyres out.
Try to cool down a bit more on your tyres.
Colapinto trying to keep Stroll at base. Stroll is starting to use more tyre life than us now, though. So that's good. Come on, Colapinto. Just hold on to that P10, baby. Oh, Stroll is very close this time. No, he can't do it, though. Right, Maloney. Getting ever closer to George Russell. 40 seconds back to Lewis Hamilton. Maloney is within DRS of George Russell. Now we can save a little bit of tyre life just through here.
Try to cool down as much as possible.
I do love the race engineer. He's a beautiful man in our ear.
Margin to reduce a bit the management. We can try to catch up.
Come on, Zane, we need that DRS.
Overtake available.
We need to get into that DRS. George down to 33%. George knows we're there. He's starting to try and push. But we're only going to get one chance here. And I think we're a little bit too far back on him. We will get
Keep
DRS.
focus on our race.
But we're going to be too far back, I think. Yeah, just too far back. Can we have an attempt up here? We are gaining. We're looking. We're looking. Zane Maloney, we're looking. Whoa. He thought about it.
We need some lift off.
Leclerc has won it. Colapinto's finished because they've been lapped. Colapinto's got a point. Maloney is trying to hustle George Russell. But I don't think we'll have enough. George looks like he's going to hold on here. Yeah, there's not really going to be any more opportunities. Alonso's dropped 7 seconds back in the end.
No overtake now.
Battery is gone. We had a go. We had a big go, but somehow still we are going to pull off a double points finish, but it's going to be a massive, massive P6 for Maloney. Russell survives. He's going to finish P5. What a shout out from the man from Barbados. And Zane Maloney finishes P6 in Monaco. And it's P5 for Colapinto. That is a double points finish for a car that doesn't quite yet have the performance to do that. But we got lucky with a safety car. We switched Maloney to a one-stop. And it's worked. An absolute treat there. And there we go. Leclerc wins it. He's up 3. Well, all the top 3 up 3. Charles wins it. Lando Norris 2nd. Oscar Piastri 3rd. Hamilton 4th. George Russell 5th. Look at this. Zane Maloney up 9 places to finish 6th and get us a whopping 8 points. That's absolutely magnificent for where we are at the moment and early on in this series and season. Fernando Alonso 7th, Yuki Tsunoda 8th. He loves an 8th place in that Red Bull. Alex Albon held on for 9th, and Franco Colapinto somehow didn't look likely for him either, up 7 places to nick a point at the end there. What has that done for the Drivers' Championship? Not very good news for Max Verstappen, I would assume. And it's not. He was going to be leading the championship. He's winning this race. He's leading the whole time. And he drops from what would have been first with those 25 points. He's now in 3rd. So Hamilton leads the championship now by 10 points over his teammate Leclerc. Verstappen 23 points back. Oscar Piastri 24 points back. And Russell 27 points back. So 27 points between the top 5. Pretty tight indeed. Then we've got Lando Norris, Kimi Antonelli, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson. No change in the top 10. But look at this. Zane Maloney up 4 places. He got a point in Suzuka and he's got 8 points here today. He's now in 11th place. Albon drops to 12th. Franco Colapinto, he also got 2 points in Suzuka in the sprint. So he now takes his tally to 3 points. And Stroll is down 2. Carlos Sainz down 1. Carlos Sainz tried to hang those tyres out for a safety car, that red flag that never came. Constructors, what does that do then? Ferrari building quite a nice little lead, but McLaren did get a 2nd and 3rd place, so they keep pressure on them, and they're in 2nd. Mercedes only gained 10 points, but that's enough with Yuki only finishing 8th and Max retiring. So Mercedes and Red Bull starting to fall off the top 2. Aston Martin, as we said, in this middle ground in 5th. But somehow, we are now in 6th place and 12 points. 12 points after 7 races in the first season. And we started with the lowest car, don't forget, still on this series. Started with a bit more money on this one rather than our Team Lotus series and a little bit better facilities. But in terms of car performance, still started as the poorest car. So 12 points after 7 is absolutely amazing. Williams dropped to 7th. Alpine, RB, Kick-Sauber and Haas yet to score. But what a drive from Zane Maloney. Yes, we got a bit of luck and you need that. And there is a chance of that in Monaco. And we got that with a safety car. And of course, Max retiring. But his pace throughout and his defence was really good. Zane Maloney doing big things for us. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, for that drive alone, it deserves a like on the video. But we are pretty thrilled with that. As I mentioned there, we're not expecting to get points this early on. And to have the amount of points, 12 already after 7 races, is absolutely fantastic. So can we keep it going? There's only one way to find out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, turn on the notifications, and you'll be made aware of when all of our episodes in this Maserati series drop. And we'll be back very soon with the next one.